So in today's video, we're going to be talking about investing into meta special cards, the best meta special cards to invest in, and when to go and buy them. So just before the video does start, a quick little ad on a trading service I offer over on Twitch for the cheapest trading guides out there for just £4, €4, all free with Amazon Prime. You'll receive daily trading and investing guides covering PlayStation, Xbox and PC with an array of methods covering all budgets. And I've been trading for over 10 years, making over 100 million in multiple different FIFAs. And now for the last 4 years, I've made 10 million coins in just the first month. So in today's video, what we're going to be doing is we are going to be talking about the best cards to go and invest in going into Team of the Year. Because believe it or not, during Team of the Year, the whole market explodes. In fact, it rises. Now, this occurred last year because the Team of the Years were very, very expensive. Now, previously, Team of the Years were, not too bad in terms of we had a Team of the Year Hakimi 2 years ago, and he was only about 600 to 700k. We can see right here that he was about 600k. Well, what they did last year is they thought, yeah, let's not give you Team of the Year Hakimi for 600k. Let's give you Team of the Year Hakimi for 1.8 million. So as a result of the Team of the Years being super expensive last year, what happened is the market just rose and rose and rose. Because people couldn't afford these Team of the Year, so they all went back to the old special cards. Well, we can happily gamble that they're going to do this year, because we can see that the top end cards this year have a substantial difference between the base cards and the top cards. For example, Cruyff is 2 million, but Cruyff's special card is 4.5 million. This is showing us that the top end cards are 1, made rare, and 2, there is a big enough difference between the previous version of a card and the special card. We can see this happen with Ronaldinho, where Ronaldinho is for, Ronaldinho. There we go. We can see that just only +1 rating is adding 3 million coins value. Therefore, we can happily gamble that the Team of the Year icons are going to be expensive, and likewise with the Team of the Years. Well, as a result, what happened last year is we just saw the market rise and rise and rise. For example, let's go and grab like a Bruno Gil, we'll go over Kevin De Bruyne, why not? We'll go and grab all the Kevin De Bruynes that came out before the Team of the Year one. So we've got a Winter Wild card, we've got an Inform card, and we'll see how these do. And we can see that on the 19th of January, we can see that these cards just rose and rose and rose. We can see this card went from 800k to 1.3 million. We can see that this card went from, there we go, 19th of Jan. 240k, we can see this card went up to 360. This again didn't even just happen with cards who got Team of the Years. We can go and grab a random example of, let's say, Dembele. I'm sure he got a Winter Wild card if I'm not wrong, probably even had an Inform card last year. Where are we going? Inform, Winter Wild card. And again, if I'm not wrong, we can go and grab him in January. Yep, this is fitting the exact agenda. Picked him up right here. This is day 1 of Team Year, 102k, rose there to 139. We can even look at the Winter Wild card here, and we can see that this card went from 470k up there to 750. So hopefully now we've just conveyed the point that special cards rise. Special cards rise with the likes of Team of the Year. So when are they all the cheapest? Now, they were all the cheapest on Friday, aka this up-and-coming Friday. Which brings me to this lovely graph I have made with spelling errors that you would barely believe that I've been English for 25 years. So, there are 2 lines on the graph. The red one, which is potential price. Absolutely butchered the spelling of that. And the green one, which shows likelihood of the market being panic bought. So I'll explain what those 2 things mean. The likelihood of the market being panic bought is, when you see sometimes cards, let's say they're 100k. And they got up to maybe 105k, and then they got up to like 130k. So basically what normally happens here is that the cards go up a little bit, and people are like, oh damn, cards are rising. And they're like, oh yeah, maybe I should buy the cards before they, rise. And because everyone's been told to hold on, wait till Friday, I think that the closer we get to Friday, it's like a compressed spring. It's as soon as they start going up a bit, it's just going to explode, and the market's going to go up very fast. Well, go up a fair bit very fast, because so many people have been told to wait till Friday, and as soon as they start seeing it rise, they'll probably go and panic buy. So I personally believe that the closer we get to Friday, the closer the chances happen. So I think on Wednesday, I think the likelihood of the market being panic bought and snapping up is quite unlikely. I think Thursday we have the increased chance. There's a few triggers here. We've got Division Rival rewards, and we've got obviously the night before FUT Champs, and then we've obviously got 6 PM content. And then Friday, obviously, I think there's a very high chance of the market being panic bought. We've got the start of Weekend League, We've got people buying just before 6 PM on Friday because they've been told to buy before Team of the Year comes out. So I think there's more trigger points on the Friday than any other day, which is why I think the closer we get to Friday, the higher the chance the market is just going to explode. And to put it politely, it's like a you've missed the boat sort of thing. And then the closer we get to Friday, in theory, the lower the players can get. So again, you're fighting with the players dropping and dropping and dropping, but you don't want to wait too late because of the market exploding. And again, there's multiple triggers, and in theory, this could happen at any point. It hasn't happened yet, so happy days. So, what would I recommend? I'd say Wednesday evening or Thursday midday. It's arguably the happy medium of the market being low and panic sold. The market got panic sold a little bit for yesterday's content, but at the same time, not likely for you to miss the boat. I think, again, the market will probably rise as a Friday morning with people buying their weekly teams and will either explode Friday afternoon, Friday going into 6 PM, or Friday after 6 PM. But I don't think there's a big enough difference between Thursday and Friday for you to want to warrant waiting till Friday. I think you want to maybe play it safe. So that has given you my beautiful graph I've made. So what sort of cards do you want to go and buy? Now obviously you can go and buy anyone you want for your team, as long as they're a promo card. Now there are a few promo cards that we do not want to really be playing with, and those are promo cards which are likely to get a Team of the Year nominee. Now the problem we have is someone like Saka last year he had a pretty cool trend, right? So we go into January and we can see that once again he dropped going into Team of the Year. The 19th, which again is this up and coming Friday, we can see he rose. But what happened was he dropped 1 week after he rose. But the players I showed you earlier rose for a whole month. Why did he drop 1 week after he rose? Well, first off, he got a Team of the Year nominee that wasn't expected. And second off, this Team of the Year nominee was not really that much more than the promo card. For example, the 88 Saka was 160k, but this card instantly out of packs was only 260k. So, I mean, there was only one rating in it, but people valued this card, you know, over having the other one. So what happened was this card went from 160 back down to 120. The price he was previously. They did rise after that, but this card kind of really cucked him doing very well, because, you know, what was the incentive to buy the 88 if the 89? We see the exact same trend happen with Koulibaly. Koulibaly went and got himself, before he dawdled off to Saudi Arabia, obviously he got himself some nice Chelsea cards. We can see the exact same trend right here. We can see that Koulibaly, PR, going to the 19th of January, there we go, we can see he had a rise. And then, believe it or not, this is when his Team of the Year nominee card came out. So he did go up 50, but then he went and dropped himself 70. And that's because this card was 360k, whereas his card that came out was only literally got down to 430. So there was like 60k in it for a +1. So people, again, didn't go and use the previous Path to Glory card. So these are the only cards you really have to worry about. I wouldn't buy gold cards, wouldn't buy gold Hansen, and so on. Mainly because we can go and grab Neymar. What's really interesting in this FIFA, by the way, is there are so many more expensive meta gold cards this year than last year. Last year, you literally had Mbappe, Neymar, and Van Dijk were the only ones that weren't fodder. This year, we have Mbappe, Neymar. Actually, no, Neymar might be fodder this year. No, Neymar isn't. Mbappe, Neymar, Putella, Hansen, Van Dijk. I think it's maybe like one more. But then there's multiple like 200-300k cards. Well, enough waffling. What we really want to show you right here is just gold cards didn't do very well. So you know I showed you everyone rose as the 19th. There's the 19th, 89k, and he just dropped. Which is why I wouldn't be that happy buying Putella and Hansen, because it's like they're not really out of packs much, and gold rares kind of dropped last year, apart from Mbappe, but yeah. So what cards would I want to go and invest in if you want to maximise your investment? Now, the best performing cards last year were the Centurions card. Now, what is the relevance around Centurion? Well, Centurion was the last promo to come out before Team of the Year. We can see right here, they came out on the 13th, obviously means they're in packs, and they dropped all the way down there to the Thursday. Well, across the board, these guys had great rises. For example, we can see he went from 42 to 85. Another really cool one, Salah literally doubled in price. Now this was partially because he was anticipated to get a honourable mention like he did the year before, but he didn't. But yeah, we can see right here with Salah, he went from 700k to 1.4 million in 2 weeks. And again, this is, in my opinion, because people weren't opening packs for the promo before Team of the Year. But then obviously they were buying them after. So across the board, these did really well. Ibra went up like 1.2 million. Coman did extremely well. Salah did very well. Fred did well. Verratti did well. Because I checked these all the other day. Also, Team 1 did really well. So Alba did well, Kimpembe did well, Trent did well. So what is this the equivalent to? This is the equivalent to Fire and Ice promo. So what you want to do, if you just want the easy investment, is literally go and buy Fire and Ice players. Ideally, the most popular Fire and Ice players. How can we see the most popular? We go to Footbin, we go to Players, we go to PGP, we go down to the squads, Scooby-Doo-Doo, and we click on games. And this shows me the most used players. Now I have to be very aware because I wouldn't buy the discard players because the discard players were used a lot because they were used for the Fire and Ice Cup. So what I would do is basically not buy anyone below 30k, but I'd just buy the most popular ones. So you've got the likes of Camavinga, nothing too crazy. You've got Firmino, but Camavinga's a bit better. I think there are a few better ones in the Ice team. Yeah, we've got the other Camavinga, we've got Kieran Trippier. If we go and look at some of the guys who weren't in the main team, both the Diabys are really good looks. So I basically would just use go for the most popular Fire and Ice players that weren't in, basically discard. Now your second set of players to go and invest in are going to be the players that have had the best rises since the 26th. So, as of the 26th, we can see someone like Modric went from 270k up there to 360. Obviously, that is a rise of 90k, which is give or take about a 30% increase. So, the reason this is relevant is the 26th to now, or to like 2 weeks ago, was the last time we saw decent inflation on the market. What's the relevance of the 26th? It's basically just current demand. So we know that Modric, at this point in FIFA, is really well demanded because he rose loads in the last month. And that's one of the reasons why. So if we know he rose loads in the last month because of him being really well demanded, well, he should rise loads if people are buying stuff, you know, on Friday. And we can already see that this guy is already, it peaked up there at 360 and it's already down to 300k, so we're already seeing a bit of a drop. And again, you're not expecting to get these sort of prices, it's just, we're using this as a method of finding what to buy. Cancelo's another really good example. Went down here to 90k, rebounded up there to 130, already back down at 100, which is decent, down literally like 30k as of the other day. What else do we have? Oh, this is one I guess I want to show you. But this didn't happen for every promo card. For example, I can show you a Ratio. We can see a Ratio on the 26th was 460k. But then we don't see any rise on a Ratio, which for me shows a lack of demand. This is even more so at the moment because of the Maldini SBC. So do check your players. It's not necessarily every promo card. I mean, every promo card should go up, but if you want the best return on investment, you're looking for the promo cards, again, either Fire and Ice popular players, or you're looking for promo cards that rose really well as of the 26th. Same thing applies for icons and heroes, practically just the same as promo cards, and that's about it. So thank you very much for watching. I shall leave you with this beautiful graph because I do think that this is very important in terms of, yes, Friday was cheap last year, but I think if you're on the happy medium, you buy Wednesday evening or Thursday. Thank you very much for watching. See you guys tomorrow back with a daily YouTube video. So see you guys back tomorrow with a brand new video.